At the beginning of the story, we are shown some monsters and humans fighting. Just then, the narrator tells us, a long time ago, humans and monsters were locked in an endless war. 1,000 years ago, King Yu used the power of the runes to seal away the ancestor of monsters. Ever since, a battle between humans and monsters has raged for a millennium. Knowing his time was running out, King Yu passed down the power of the runes capable of defeating monsters to the 5 great families from that point on. A person's status in human society was determined by the number of runes they possessed. 9 runes meant ultimate power, while 1 rune placed you at the very bottom. In the next scene, we see a boy working in a store, welcoming his customers. The customer starts saying, "These 1 rune losers aren't even worth the air they breathe." "Dry goods store," the boy replies, "just a moment." The boy, while handing over a packet of cigarettes, says, "This cigarette is 30 yuan. Then the customer says, "Hump, a 1 rune weakling dares to ask me for money? I risk my life fighting monsters for thankless nobodies like you." Then the customer starts asking, "Hey, is the boss here?" Just then, the boy calls out, "Boss." Just then, the store owner arrives and, feeling nervous, asks the customer, "What do you want?" Just then, the customer points toward the boy and shouts, "Fire him. A 1 rune nobody dares to charge me. I don't ever want to see his face again." In the next scene, we see a changing room where the store owner starts talking to the boy. "Xiao Qi, you saw what happened today." The boy's name is Xiao, and he replies, "Brother, son, don't worry about it. I'll make it easy for you. I quit. Things like this happen all the time. Those with high runes don't see us as equals. It's not your fault, brother, son." Then the store owner hands him an envelope and says, "You've always looked out for me, so don't feel guilty. Here's my pay for the last 2 weeks." Then he comes out of the store. We see a girl approaching Xiao, calling him Big Brother. Xiao asks her, "Have you been waiting long?" She tells him, "Nope," and she continues speaking. "My drawing sold. I made 1,000 yuan. I can earn money now, so you don't have to work so many jobs, brother." Xiao says to her, all right, your health is more important than anything. Let me handle the earning." While walking on the road, Xiao's sister sees an ice cream shop and keeps looking at it. Noticing this, Xiao says to her, "Want some ice cream?" Xiao's sister says, "No, I can't handle cold food." Xiao says to her, "Just 1 bite won't hurt." "Boss, 1 strawberry ice cream, please." Then Xiao buys an ice cream for his sister. Then Xiao's sister puts the ice cream in front of him and says, "Big brother, do you want some?" Xiao says, "I'm not a kid." Then his sister replied, "Neither am I." Then Xiao looks at his sister and thinks to himself, "We'll talk about you getting fired when we get home." Just then, we see that everyone there starts looking at one place with astonished eyes. Then, some people came running forward because a big monster was chasing them. Xiao is also very surprised. He holds his sister's hand, causing her ice cream to fall. Xiao says to his sister, "Get to the shelter. The Zhang family is supposed to be protecting this area. It should be safe." We see that Xiao's sister was unable to run and was getting caught. That's why Xiao stops, then lifts his sister onto his shoulders and starts running. While running, he thinks to himself, "This is the first time I've heard of monsters getting into a guard-ed zone. Something's definitely wrong." The Zhang family is one of the 5 great families, direct inheritors of King Yu's power. So how the hell did monsters get inside their territory? This is bad. We need to be extra careful. But first, we have to get Linlin to safety. Then we see a big shelter where many people were present. There, Xiao asks the lady Anjang, "You're here too. Why isn't anyone going inside?" Just then, a man speaks to everyone there. "Hey, stop shoving. What's the holdup? You think you're the only one who deserves to get in. Listen up, everyone. The shelter has limited space. Only those with 3 runes or more can enter." There, all the ordinary people scream and start saying, "What? No one below 3 runes. That's insane. I don't want to die. Let me in. Push through. He can't stop all of us." Just then, Xiao says to everyone there, "Listen, if we all crowd here, the monsters will attack at once. The shelter won't hold. This is the Zhang family zone. We just need to hold out until reinforcements arrive." Hearing this, the man responds to Xiao, "Oh, look who's acting all smart. If you know so much, why don't you go out there and distract the monsters yourself?" "Oh, I see. You're just a one-rune loser who can't get inside, so now you want to drag the rest of us down with you. Xiao gets very angry at this, but he couldn't say anything about it. Just then, a man present there starts speaking. Yeah, he wants us all dead. You think I don't want to survive too? Another man begins to respond to him. I'm a 3-rune. Let me in. Don't waste time. At that moment, Xiao says, fine. I'll draw the monsters away. Just let everyone else in. Hearing this, the evil man is shocked. Then Xiao speaks to the lady Aunt Zhang. You've always looked out for me and my sister. I'm trusting you to take care of her. Xiao's sister starts to get a little nervous. Then he says to his sister, don't worry. I'll be back after I lure them away. Then Xiao says to the evil man, now will you open the shelter? You're backing out? You're really gonna let all these people die? The man is quite surprised, and then he says, he doesn't seem like he wants to let us in. But he's only a 4-rune. There's more of us. Move. Let everyone in. Then he gets the shelter door open. Xiao starts to leave from there. As he is leaving, the man speaks to him again. You're dead meat. Seeing this, Xiao's sister and the lady do not like it at all. As soon as Xiao steps out, the gate is closed again. After coming outside, he sees that the monster is still destroying everything. Then, calling out to the monster, he says, hey, monster, over here. That's why the monster starts coming toward him. Then he starts running and thinks to himself, something's off. If monsters got in, the shelter might not be safe either. Then Xiao gets a vision from his childhood in which a man is saying something to him. So what if I'm a 1-rune or even rune-less? In a world where 9-rune elites rule, we're worthless. Feeling troubled, he thinks to himself, but for Lin Lin, I'll risk everything. Lin Lin is his sister's name. Then he starts running very fast from the monster and hides behind a wall. There he sees a brother and sister trembling in fear. Seeing them, Xiao runs in the other direction to lure the monster away. Hiding behind another wall, he thinks to himself, why are the Zhang family taking so long? This thing looks like a wolf spider. They hunt by sight and vibration. Stay calm, Qiyu. Lost in his thoughts, he doesn't stay alert. Just then, the monster comes from behind and attacks him. But at that moment, someone uses a thunder attack, preventing the monster from attacking Xiao. Seeing this, Xiao gets very scared. We see that it is a girl holding a spear. She puts up a strong fight against the monster. The girl's power takes the shape of a dragon, which strikes down the monster. Xiao was watching all of this. Just then, the girl comes up behind Xiao and asks him something. Hey, are you hurt? Xiao thinks to himself, a 6-rune, probably one of the Zhang family elites. Then he responds, I'm fine. At that moment, we see that the monster was not actually dead. Seeing this, the girl says, not dead yet, then kill it again. She gets ready to attack the monster again, but suddenly the monster pushes her so hard that she gets thrown far away. Xiao runs toward her and starts asking her, are you okay? Just then, we see that the monster has become even more dangerous. The girl, worried, says something. The monster revived and got stronger. The higher-ups need to hear about this. Then she starts thinking about what she should do at this moment. She thinks to herself, I should run ahead, but if I go alone, it'll catch up instantly. If I stay and let him escape, at least one of us has a chance. Then she says to Xiao, go. Tell the higher-ups that a D-class monster just revived as a C-class. I'll hold it off. Xiao asks her something. What about you? Then she replies, just go. I'm a 6-rune, I can handle it. Just then, we see that Xiao starts experiencing a severe headache. Seeing him in pain, the girl asks him if he's okay. Xiao is unable to respond. Time was running out, and the monster was getting closer, so the girl prepared to fight. But just then, as he struggles with the pain, Xiao grabs her hand. She is about to ask him why he did that when suddenly, a yellow-colored aura starts emerging from Xiao's head. We see that a mark appears in the middle of his head, and a yellow-colored aura starts to emerge from it. Then he slowly begins to rise into the air. After that, we see horns growing from his head, and the clothes he was wearing gradually start to change. Seeing this, Xiao thinks to himself, what happened to me? We see that as soon as Xiao notices the monster, he starts using his power. And upon seeing it, he says, is this the Azure Dragon from that fight? Can I use her powers? Just then, we see that the girl inside him starts speaking. Yes, I don't know why we merged, but you can use my abilities even better than I ever could. Then Xiao says, I don't know what's going on, but let's handle this monster first. The girl says, agreed. Then both of them combine their powers and start attacking the monster. In the next scene where after defeating the spider-like monster, Xiao and the white-haired girl, who had merged with each other, both win. The girl says happily, we won. We see Xiao attack the monster. He makes so many shining crosses stick all over the monster's body. After that, the monster can't even move. Then Xiao clenches his fist, and all those crosses blast inside the monster's body, killing it right there. Then Xiao asks, are they really dead this time? The girl, slightly annoyed, says, stay alert. Let's get a closer look. Then Xiao starts carefully examining the monster's body. After that, he notices that his power was weakening a little. At that moment, he separates from the girl. Xiao was high up in the air, and due to having no power left, he starts falling down hard. He gets really scared and starts falling rapidly. Just then, the white-haired girl catches Xiao in her lap. Then Xiao feels a little relieved. After that, the girl steps on the ground. Their position is quite awkward, so both of them get shy looking at each other and stay silent for a while. Then the girl puts Xiao down. The frightened Xiao says to her, ha, thanks. Then the girl replies, no, I should be thanking you. At that moment, a boy comes running, shouting, young miss. Seeing that boy, the white-haired girl says, message from the waist. The boy says, yes. Then the white-haired girl holds Xiao's hand. Xiao was surprised. Then he says, my little sister is still in the shelter. The girl replies, don't worry, she's definitely safe. But I need to ask you something. Do you know how you were able to merge with me and use my power? Hearing this, Xiao becomes very nervous and then he says, no idea. This has never happened to me before. Then the girl starts staring at him, which scares Xiao even more. Then the girl smiles and gives him a card in that case. Here, take my business card. If you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Xiao takes that card a little nervously and asks, are you planning to take me to some lab and dissect me? Then the girl replies laughing, no, you're far too valuable for that. Then Xiao says, you make it sound like I'm some kind of rare species. Then the girl says, no matter what, I'll protect you. Then that boy hands the phone to the girl and says, young miss, your father is looking for you. The girl goes a little far to talk on the phone, where she is talking to someone on the call. She was saying, understood. Got it. Don't worry, goodbye. On the other hand, that boy starts looking at Xiao with a very dirty look and starts saying, low rune scum. Xiao doesn't give him any answer. Only when that boy can fulfill his words, then the girl finishes her phone call and goes to hand the phone back to the boy. The boy takes the phone nervously and says, young miss, do you have any orders? Then the girl says to the boy, you're fired. Hearing this, the boy gets so shocked that he falls to the ground right there. Then Xiao says to the girl, I'm used to it by now. Then the girl gives Xiao another card and says, either way, thanks. Here's something to show my gratitude. Xiao looks a little surprised seeing this. The girl then says, please take it. You didn't just save me, you saved everyone here. We come to know that the girl has given him a payment card so that Xiao can solve his financial problems as well as his sister's health. Then Xiao takes that card and keeps it in his pocket. Then while leaving, he says to the girl, well, thanks then, take care. The girl watches him leave and says, that guy, he might be the key to breaking this deadlock. In the next scene, we see Xiao in a hospital taking care of his sister. His sister says to him, big brother, I told you I'm fine. Then she starts coughing after saying it. After that, Xiao replied to her, you've got a fever. Yesterday must have been terrifying for you. Then, we are shown the night scene from the day when the fight with the monster happened. After winning the fight, Xiao goes to his sister. His sister was extremely worried about her brother. When she sees him safe and sound, she immediately hugs him and calls her big brother worriedly. Other people are also present there, and they all start saying to Xiao that he is incredible. A hero, he saved all of us. Hearing this makes Xiao feel really good. At that moment, we see the man who had forced Xiao to go out of the shelter alone to fight the monster. He kneels down and apologizes to Xiao, saying, it's all my fault. I made things difficult for him. Please don't let the Zhang family fire me. Xiao doesn't respond to him and walks away, which makes the man very angry. Back to the present, Xiao's sister says, "I've always been a burden to you. Yesterday and now." Xiao replies to her, "That's not true. We're family, we don't talk like outsiders. But if you really feel guilty, once you're better, make me your best radish and rib soup, okay?" Then, Xiao comforts his sister and starts smiling, which makes her feel a little better. She becomes happy hearing these words from her brother's mouth. She says to him, "Okay." At that very moment, a lot of noise starts coming from outside. Xiao says, "Someone's coming. I'll check. You take your medicine and rest." His sister says, Then Xiao opens the door and steps outside to check. He comes out and asks someone, "Hello, may I ask? What the heck is going on here?" He sees a large crowd of people standing there. Among them is also the boy who was fired by the white-haired girl, a boy wearing glasses, and a girl with pink short hair. Seeing them, Xiao gets quite nervous. In the next scene, we see Xiao asking a boy something. "So, you're here because I can merge with Miss Zhang?" The boy replies, "Yes, I've come on behalf of the young miss." Just then, a boy wearing glasses arrives, places his hand on Xiao's head and says something. If this guy falls into their hands, he's done for. He's just a low rune, but he can use high rune powers. This is a mutation worth studying. Xiao responds to him, "Sorry, but I'm not." There is also a girl there who says something to them. "Study? What, are you mad scientists planning to dissect him? Why not come to our Shen family instead? We're just as powerful as the Zhang family. You know the girl is quite attractive," which makes Xiao a little shy. Then everyone present there starts laughing and says something, being sought after by both the Zhang and Shen families. "This one-rune punk hit the hackpot, huh? Even my family wants to recruit him. Just a measly one rune. Maybe he sold his soul to climb the ranks. His way of speaking is not very nice. Some people there also say this scum lowly trash who just got lucky. Once they've used him up, they'll toss him aside. A granted favor doesn't change the fact that he's still beneath us. That's why Xiao says this to everyone. Since you all want me, I'll evaluate each of your families in turn, and then I'll choose the best option." Hearing this, everyone present there gets very angry and says, "Go piss in a mirror and take a good look at yourself. A one-rune punk actually thinks he has a choice?" Then Xiao further says, "Let's get one thing straight, you're the ones begging me to join. Since Miss Zhang was generous enough to invite me, I'll humbly accept. I'll visit the Zhang family first. But right now my sister has a fever. I need to take her to the hospital." Then the same boy says to her who was talking to her a little while ago, "Understood. We'll arrange a car to take you both to a private hospital under the Zhang family's jurisdiction." Then he enters the room, and after he goes in, everyone standing there starts talking this kid. He's not someone we can intimidate anymore. We see that Xiao's sister was in the room who had been admitted to the hospital. Seeing her brother, she calls out to him. Xiao says to her, "Don't worry, everything will be fine." In the next scene, the same boy takes Xiao to the same shelter and says to him, "Please, follow me." Seeing Xiao, the people there are not happy at all. A boy there starts saying something. "Ugh, what rotten luck, how did a one-rune scum get in here?" Then a girl says, "Sheep it down. This guy was personally invited by Steward's son." Uncle says, "Filthy." Then the boy speaks again. "Wait, Steward's son, from Miss Zhang's side. Even looking at him makes me sick." Xiao starts moving forward, ignoring everyone. Just then another boy comes in front of him, and seeing Xiao angrily starts saying, "Steward's son, how could you let a one rune in? You're completely breaking the rules." The boy with Xiao starts saying, "Young Master Kui, this guest was invited by Lord Zhang himself. Please step aside." Young Master comes close to Xiao and starts saying, "This piece of trash is a guest?" Just then, the steward is about to say something, but Xiao stops him and says, "Steward's son, it's fine." The wine in Young Master's hand is poured onto Xiao's head as he starts speaking. "Oh, look at him acting all high and mighty. Here, drink up. This is premium red wine. Something a lowly rat like you could never afford in your entire life." Xiao gets very angry and says, "You made the first move." Young Master says, "You're dead." Young Master gets ready to fight, but just then, Xiao lands a powerful punch on him, knocking him down. Young Master starts thinking, "Shit, why can't I transform?" Xiao comes close to him, sits on top of him, and starts punching him continuously while saying, Apologize, young master, while getting beaten, starts thinking no, impossible. Xiao repeats, I'll say it again, apologize finally. Unable to endure the beating any longer, young master says, sorry, I'm sorry. Then Xiao lets him go and thinks to himself, high rune powers are weak. Without their abilities, they're nothing special. Just then, young master stands up and says to Xiao, you're finished. We see that the young master starts transforming, with a red aura emerging from all around him. Xiao is very surprised to see this and says that red glow. Was that the precursor to transformation? The young master says to Xiao, I'm gonna kill you. Then we see a portal opening, from which the aura of a black wolf type creature emerges. Seeing this, even the young master himself becomes afraid. Then we see that bloodthirsty monster coming out of the portal. The monster eats half of the young master's body. Seeing that monster, all the people present start running here and there in panic. Xiao is also extremely shocked to see this. A fleeing man says this is the Zhang family's territory. So why did a monster suddenly show up here? And then another man says young Master Qi was a 5-rune powerhouse, and he was taken down in a single strike. The boy with Xiao says, Mr. Qi, we need to get out of here now. Then Xiao starts asking, where are all the high rune elites? Why isn't anyone stepping in? Then that boy answers, having a high rune count doesn't automatically mean strong combat skills. Only through training can high runes be turned into actual combat strength. Right then, that monster swipes its claws and throws a man into the air, who then falls straight in front of Xiao and the boy next to him. Both the boys get very scared seeing this. Then the monster jumps to attack both of them. Xiao gets very scared and says, this is bad. Then a girl comes and kicks the monster hard in the face. We see that the girl's hair is pink in color. After taking her kick, the monster is stunned for a moment. Then the girl lands on the ground and stands in front of Xiao. And then she says, bad doggy. The monster stands up again, seeing which the girl says to Xiao, you should find somewhere safe. Xiao looks at the girl. Then some memories start coming back to him, where he feels like he had met this girl once during his childhood. Back to the present, the monster slowly moves forward toward the three of them. Seeing the monster approaching again, the girl takes out her weapon and leaps to attack the monster. Just as she is about to strike, the monster uses its defensive attack, causing the girl to fall back and land right on top of Xiao. Then Xiao says to her, you're not hurt, are you? They both had fallen on top of each other in such a weird position, which made both of them feel quite embarrassed around each other. Then we see that monster, which had now turned into a gang. The gang of those monsters together starts killing every human one by one. Pink-haired girl sees that 3 monsters are also approaching Xiao, and seeing this, she grabs Xiao's hand and says, hurry and get out of here. As soon as that girl holds Xiao's hand, a shining light appears, after which all the monsters get torn into pieces one by one. We see that this time, Xiao had merged with that pink-haired girl, watching which Xiao says again, why is it pink this time? Then that girl replies from within him, pink is so cute, let's take it down with a pink axe next. Then Xiao says, alright. Despite killing many monsters, some monsters remain. Seeing them, Xiao thinks to himself, did it absorb the corpse and summon itself again? Then all the monsters attack Xiao at once. Using the pink-haired girl's weapon, Xiao cuts them all into many pieces. Then he thinks to himself again, if this keeps up, it'll never end. He starts cutting the monsters again, and then asks the girl something. Do you get dizzy on spinning teacups? The girl doesn't understand what he means, so she asks a question in return, huh? What's that? I've never been on one. Can you take me? Then she realizes and says we'll laugh, sure. Xiao, while fighting the monsters, says, once we finish off this wolf demon, I'll take you and your sister to the amusement park. Then he performs an attack that slices many monsters into pieces at once. Finally, one big monster remains charging toward Xiao at high speed. Xiao looks at it and says, now's our chance. Then, he throws his weapon with force toward the monster, which pierces it and pins it to the wall. We see the middle part of the monster's body split open, forming a hole. Then the monster dies right there. Due to the long fight, Xiao gets very tired. He relaxes and says it's finally over. After the fight ends, the two separate. The girl is so happy because of their victory, overwhelmed with joy, and she says, we won. She hugs Xiao tightly and sits on his lap. And then she starts saying jokingly, "Amusement park trip, here we come." Xiao can't handle her weight, so he falls down, and their position becomes quite awkward. At that moment, the white-haired girl arrives in a hurry and opens the door and asks Xiao something. "Qi Yu, are you alright?" Seeing the two in that position, the white-haired girl gets embarrassed and feels very awkward. Then the white-haired girl says something to the pink-haired girl, Miss Luo. The pink-haired girl replies to her, "Little sister Yuyan long time no see." Xiao realizes that they are sisters, and he is very surprised by this. Then Luo grabs her sister Yuyan's hand and says, "Yup." I'm a few years older than her. Yuyan is slightly annoyed, says, "I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Let's go see my father first. We can talk on the way." We see someone standing at a distance, laughing while listening to their conversation. The man's identity is not revealed. Xiao starts looking at him. Then Yuyan says, "What's so funny?" Xiao replied to her, "Nothing." Then Yuyan says, "Don't worry, the Zhang family will handle the cleanup." Next, we see Yuyan's bodyguard present there, saying something to the people. "Our escorts will take you out safely." The Zhang family will also issue a full explanation about this incident. Then Yuyan says, "But this monster, it's the same type that appeared in the commercial district last time. It shouldn't have been able to show up here. Both the commercial district and this area are protected by barriers. So either the barrier failed or..." Then Xiao is surprised and asks her, "Was it my fault? Did I cause the barrier to fail?" Then Yuyan says, "It's just one possibility." Then Luo says, "Don't be scared. Little sister Yuyan and I will be right here with you." In the next scene, we see them outside a house. Yuyan knocks on the door and says, "Father, I've brought Qi Yu," and Luo ran. A voice from inside tells them to enter. The moment she enters the room, someone throws a utensil at her, injuring Yuyan. Then Luo steps in front of her. At that moment, we see an old man who says, "Kneel." Yuyan starts to kneel, but Xiao grabs her hand, stops her, and then says, "Is this Mr. Zhang's way of giving me a cold welcome?" We know that the old man is Yuyan's father. Yuyan's father responds to Xiao in a very rude manner. This is an internal Zhang family matter. Outsiders have no right to interfere. Xiao is quite surprised by this and starts to leave when Yuyan grabs his hand. Then Xiao says, "I never expected a prestigious family like yours to lack basic hospitality." After saying this, he starts to walk away. Just as Xiao is about to step outside, Yuyan's dad suddenly shouts, "Those monsters were after you." Xiao hears it but doesn't respond and steps outside, locking the door as he leaves. Outside, Luo, in a bad mood, says to Xiao, "That old man is so annoying." Xiao asks, "So Miss Zhang Yuyan doesn't get along with him?" Luo replies, "Her mother was driven to death by that man. Rune power is inherited through probability. Some families, desperate for high rune offspring, even resort to inbreeding." Xiao, surprised, asks again, "Anime?" Then Luo says she was forced to marry her cousin. After giving birth, she became mentally unstable. Then Xiao thinks to himself, so that's how it is. Then Luo, hitting Xiao on the back, says, "Well, it's not exactly a secret, but I think it's better if she tells you herself." Then Luo, laughing, asks him, "By the way, would you consider joining the S group?" The big boss personally extended this offer. Xiao answers her, "I appreciate the offer, but I'll need some time to think about it." Then Luo asks him again, "Then how about coming with me to the underground auction tonight?" Xiao doesn't respond this time. Then Luo says to him, "Your sister isn't in great health, right? I heard an ancient jade is up for auction tonight. It has protective and soul-nurturing properties. It might help her." Then Xiao says, "Then I'll go." Then Luo asks him, "Do you have a suit?" Then Xiao answered her, "Yeah, I bought one when I applied for a job at Tencent Anime as an insurance salesperson. That won't do. I'll take you shopping for a new one." Next, in the next scene, we see Luo forcefully taking Xiao shopping. Then she tells Xiao to try on a suit. Xiao puts it on, and when he looks at himself in the mirror, he feels extremely embarrassed. Luo looks at him and starts praising him. Then Luo asks Xiao, "This one looks great too. Why not get both?" Xiao answers her, "No, that'd be too wasteful." Just then, a boy arrives there. Seeing Luo, he says to her, "Oh, isn't this Boss Luo out shopping with your boyfriend?" Seeing the boy, both Xiao and Luo are surprised. We see that the boy is accompanied by a girl who is clinging to him. Luo completely ignores him and hands all the dresses to the helper to prepare the bill. She tells the shopkeeper, "I'll take them all. Please wrap them up." Seeing her ignorance, the boy gets very angry. He goes up to Luo and says didn't expect Boss Luo to go for a pretty boy. But Luo ignores this too and focuses on getting the bill made. The boy gets even angrier. The girl with him calls him darling, sweetie, trying to get his attention. The boy gets so angry that he says to her, "You don't get to talk here," and then shoves the girl and yells at her. The girl is about to fall when suddenly a red-haired girl appears and catches her. The red-haired girl asks her, "You okay?" The girl was very blush and answered, "I'm fine, thanks." Then the red-haired girl happily says, "You're welcome." Then angrily, the red-haired girl says to the boy, "Scum is still scum. They only know how to bully the weak." The boy, enraged, tries to punch the girl and says, "Who are you calling scum?" Just then, the red-haired girl kicks him hard in the private part, leaving him in terrible pain, and he collapses on the spot. Xiao watches all this and thinks to himself, "This guy's not bad." Everything was fine when suddenly a portal opens behind the red-haired girl. Seeing this, Xiao is shocked and thinks to himself, "That thing again." He runs to save the girl and shouts, "Watch out." Monster hands start emerging from the portal. The red-haired girl gets a little shocked seeing Xiao run. Then she turns back to look, and the monster's hands grab her, pulling her into the portal. Xiao rushes over and grabs her leg. At the same time, Luo is making the payment when her eyes fall on the two of them. She is utterly shocked and calls out to Xiao, running to save him. But at that time, the portal has already disappeared, leaving Luo completely stunned. In the next scene, we see Xiao in a very dark place. He calls out to the red-haired girl and says, "Miss, are you there? We fell together." Then the girl replies, "I'm here." Hearing this, Xiao happily looks at her and says, "You're okay too." Good. Luckily, the ground was soft. We see the girl lying badly on the ground with Xiao fallen on top of her. Seeing this, Xiao is very surprised and feels embarrassed. Then the girl stands up and angrily says to Xiao, "Enough, pervert." Xiao tries to explain, saying it wasn't on purpose. This place is dangerous. Monsters could attack at any moment. Then we see the girl's hair turn into flames, and she starts saying to Xiao, "Do you want that? I should consume you with my flames." Then Xiao thinks to himself, "It seems that the monster dragged us into a special space. But why?" Suddenly, something starts emerging from the ground beneath the girl's legs. Xiao notices this and gets terrified. He pushes the girl away hard. She falls far away, confused about why Xiao just did that. Then she angrily says, "What are you doing?" Suddenly, she is shocked as something sharp emerges from the ground, trapping Xiao badly and causing him deep injuries. Xiao, seeing his condition, that girl becomes very worried. With the help of her flame power, she starts burning those hollow things. We see that the hollow object had also pierced inside Xiao's chest and belly. Then it burns and turns to ashes. Then Xiao lies down on the ground and starts bleeding heavily. That same monster's hands come again to attack them. At that moment, the girl creates a shield with the help of her flame power so that both of them remain safe. Then the girl lays Xiao on her lap and says to him, "Hey, wake up!" Xiao coughs, causing a lot of blood to come out of his mouth. Then he keeps his eyes open for a little while, and the girl says to him, "Stay awake. Come on." But Xiao cannot answer, and the girl touches his face, trying to wake him up. However, Xiao's eyes slowly close. Then he sees a dream where two boys are bullying a young Xiao. Xiao just silently takes the beating, and at that time it is also raining heavily. One of the boys says to Xiao, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" After beating Xiao badly, the boys start leaving, and while going, the same boy says, "Trash. Not fun at all." Xiao is drenched in the rain when a girl comes with an umbrella. She starts crying, and Xiao becomes very happy seeing her and gives her a cake, saying, "Happy birthday, Xiao Lin." Lin drops the umbrella and, seeing Xiao in this state, starts crying a lot. Then Xiao says to her, "Hey, don't cry, I'm okay." Then, in the present, we see Xiao, who is slowly regaining consciousness. He keeps mumbling to say, "I'm okay." Then we see that the red-haired girl is holding Xiao's hand. Seeing Xiao regain consciousness, the girl happily says, "I'm not worried. I'm afraid you'll die here trying to save me." Because of holding hands, and then the fading covers them, and the two merge. The red-haired girl is very shocked seeing this and says, "What's this? Where am I? Why are you using my power?" Xiao says to her, "It looks like I can fuse with a superior rune and use their power." Then the red-haired girl says then, "You have to ask me first before doing it." Then Xiao says, "I don't know the conditions to trigger this state yet. You're only the third person it has happened with." Then the girl angrily says, "Third? I don't want to fuse with you." After that, we see the monster breaks the shield created by the red-haired girl. Seeing this, Xiao says to the girl, "Let's talk after we get out of here." Then the monster's hand swiftly moves toward them and starts attacking them. The girl angrily asks, "Why are you dodging? Go get it." Then we see Xiao dodging every attack of the monster with great speed. Then Xiao says, "There are still things left unanswered." The girl doesn't understand this. Then Xiao asks the first question is, "Why you?" The girl angrily replies, "Who knows what a monster is thinking?" Then Xiao asks further. The second question is, "Why were we dragged here instead of being killed directly outside?" The girl, even angrier, replies, "Killed? I'm too strong for that." Then Xiao takes the flame power into his hand and throws it in one direction. Seeing this, the girl says worriedly, "Hey, where are you shooting?" Then more of the monster's hands come to attack them. All the monsters start moving toward the burning fire to attack. Seeing this, the girl doesn't understand anything and asks, "What's going on?" Then Xiao says, "Indeed, this monster is captivated by fire." She is shocked, and then Xiao says, "The monster captured you because it was attracted by your fire breath. I guess it wants to take it for itself. Look above." Then the two see something huge, and the girl starts asking, "What's that?" Then that thing is shown closely, and it appears to be the monster's core. Seeing this, Xiao quickly takes his weapon in hand and starts running forcefully. He adds flame to his weapon, making it even more powerful. Then he directly plunges his sword into the core, causing it to crack and explode violently. Then Xiao says it barely missed the stab. At that moment, he sees someone's shadow in the smoke, who is saying, "We meet again." Then that person is shown clearly, someone who looks like a monster. Both Xiao and the red-haired girl are shocked. And after that, they both ask each other at the same time, "Do you know her?" Then the monster laughs and says, "Please, never leave me again." Then it attacks the two again. Then the monster starts asking questions. She asks why. Xiao and the red-haired girl are quite surprised seeing all this. Xiao asks the red-haired girl, "Did something come to mind?" The red-haired girl answers, "Yeah." Then the monster says very brutally, "Why don't you come to me?" Seeing this, the red-haired girl gets very angry. In her anger, she asks, "So you got entangled with a pervert, huh?" At that moment, the monster grabs Xiao and starts licking him with her tongue. This makes the red-haired girl even angrier, and she says, "I didn't expect you would like this kind of monster play." Then the monster lets go of Xiao, and the red-haired girl steps back and starts asking them questions. While licking her tongue, she says, "Is there something wrong? It seems that I have to find some other way to get you to come over to me." Then, screaming, she attacks with her mouth and shouts to say, "Monarch." We see something like spider webs coming out, which starts trapping Xiao and the red-haired girl. Just then, Xiao draws a diagram and attacks the net, causing it to burn and turn to ashes. The red-haired girl is very impressed and says, "You can use such a strong power." Then Xiao shapes his flame power into an eagle-shaped fire. He gestures with his hands, and the fire eagle attacks the monster. Then the monster laughs very brutally and says, "Monarch, your attack is useless." The monster gestures with her hands, and sharp things start rising from the ground. The sharp thing grows very large and then destroys the fire eagle. Seeing this, Xiao says, "It looks like the flames can't hurt her at all." Then the red-haired girl asks, "So what do we do now?" Xiao tells her this is her territory. The longer we stay here, the more disadvantageous it will be for us. She's been trying to catch me. I wonder if I can take advantage of that fact. The red-haired girl asks him, "What will you do?" Then Xiao explains to her and says the plan is simple, but it's a gamble. Xiao continues speaking. "I show weakness and get caught by the arms, get taken to the moth girl, and then kill her when she's not paying attention." The red-haired girl is very shocked and starts asking, "Isn't this plan too simple? And the risk factor is too high." Then Xiao laughs and tells her, "I said it's a gamble, right?" Then the red-haired girl says very sadly, "I'm sorry, it's all my fault." At that moment, Xiao remembers what Yu Yan's father told him. After remembering what he says, that's not necessarily the case, it could be me. Anyway, let's get out of this damn place first. Hearing this, the red-haired girl is very surprised. Then we see the monster's tentacles attack Xiao and the red-haired girl. As per Xiao's plan, he pretends to show weakness and surrenders himself. The monster, happy, says, "Monarch, I caught you." Then the girl continues, "Just come to me obediently like this. I have been looking for you for a long time." When that girl's focus is on speaking her mind, only then we see Xiao secretly recreating his flame sword in his hands and cuts the tentacles, then directly attacks the girl. The girl, surprised, says, "Monarch." Then Xiao gets a vision of the monster's past. In the first vision, it shows that this girl was once a normal human. While serving tea to someone, she says, "Monarch, please have some tea." We see that the person to whom she gives the tea to drink suddenly dies after drinking the tea. Seeing this, the girl is very shocked and asks the person, "Monarch, what's wrong?" A little later, another man comes there and kicks him with his leg and says, "A puppet actually fell in love?" Xiao couldn't fully hear what the person was saying before the vision ended. Back to the present, after the vision ends, Xiao is surprised. Then he starts asking the monster, "What's that image just now?" "You." "Really? No, me." The monster answers Xiao, "I overstepped my authority. May the flames burn away my sins." The red-haired girl is very shocked and says, "The space is collapsing." We see Xiao pulling his sword out from inside the monster, and shortly after, both of them return to the shopping mall. Seeing them return like this, Luo is very surprised. Then the red-haired girl grabs Xiao by the collar and starts saying, "You're pretty cool." Xiao is confused. Then he sees a totem in his hand shaped like a monster. The totem starts flying away, and seeing this, Luo is shocked and says, "A rune totem?" Then while looking at the doll, Xiao starts asking questions. "A rune pattern? Do you mean the wooden doll's pattern?" Suddenly the doll comes alive, and Xiao, surprised, touches it and says she actually survived. Then Luo explains to him and says, "I meant a totem. A rune totem refers to a puppet that serves a superior rune expert. They're generally divided into two types, service type and guard type." Then Xiao grabs the doll by the neck and starts lifting it, saying, "So you think she is also something like that?" The red-haired girl happily says, "Pretty entertaining, right? This little thing is quite something." Then Luo asks both of them, "Still, where did this rune totem come from?" Then Xiao answers, "The monster was gone and only this was left. I subconsciously brought it back." Luo makes a slightly angry face and says, "The rune totem has signed a contract with you and will obey you. But what if this thing brings danger?" The red-haired girl gets nervous hearing Luo's words. Then she apologizes and says, "I'm sorry, I couldn't tell him in time." Then Xiao says, "I'll be more careful from now on." Then Luo says, "I'm worried about you." Xiao answers, "Thank you, Luo Ran, I have much to learn." Then Luo thinks of something, and then she takes advantage of this opportunity to says to Xiao, "Yes." So, joins group. Ignoring the question, Xiao asks her, "Aren't we going to the auction tonight?" "Let's go." Hearing this, Luo gets upset. The red-haired girl thinks to herself, "Luo Ran is terrifying." Then Luo says to Xiao, "Also, you should go and change these shabby clothes." Xiao asks her, "Is everything okay with the Zhang family?" Then Luo says, "I just called and asked. She said it's all good." Hearing all this, the red-haired girl starts laughing loudly, and seeing her laugh, both Xiao and Luo get confused. Then the red-haired girl says, "You're still worried about other people. Judging from the frequency with which you have encountered monsters in the past few days, you may encounter more at the auction tonight, right?" Xiao answers her, "No way, that would be too unlucky." Then in the next scene, we see a place exploding, and we see Xiao picking someone up in his arms and running while shouting, "Qing Qi, you cursed me." We see a huge monster is chasing them, and the girl asks Xiao, "Who is Qing Qi?" Xiao answers her, "It's not the time to be concerned about that, is it?" Then we see the two still running when suddenly the monster attacks them. Then we are shown a scene from the auction site 2 hours earlier. On the stage, the announcer says to everyone, "Dear guests, welcome to tonight's auction. We have meticulously prepared many rare items for you, and hope you can find your own surprise tonight." Xiao, Luo, and the red-haired girl are also present there. Xiao asks, "Why is everyone dressed so formally?" The red-haired girl answers, "There are many issues with the organizer of this auction." Then Luo says, "Just take pictures of whatever you want. Little sister Yuyan said she has it all covered." Hearing this, Xiao is surprised, and the red-haired girl becomes very happy. Then Luo says to the red-haired girl, "Excluding you." Hearing this, the red-haired girl's mood drops, and she starts crying. Then Xiao says to Luo how embarrassing. Luo says to him, "There's nothing to be embarrassed about. She's recruiting you after all. Little sister Yuyan is the most powerful businesswoman I have ever met. She's willing to pay a lot for you. Show that you're worth it." Then she says while drinking tea, "I'm so envious of little sister Yuyan. I also want to have so much money in hand." The red-haired girl also shouts and says, "Me too! It looks like there will be some ancient weapons in this auction, but I don't have the money for them." Then she grabs Xiao's leg and says, "Boss Qi Yu, please pay for my stuff." Xiao says to her, "I don't have any money either." Then the red-haired girl asks him, "Didn't Zhang Yuyan give you money?" Xiao tells her, "That's for me only." Hearing this, the red-haired girl calls Xiao a miser. Meanwhile, Luo gets very surprised looking outside. Xiao asks her, "What is it?" We see the announcer saying next, "Please pay attention to the biggest surprise of this auction." Then we see a huge object is brought in. When the clothing is removed from over the item, then we see that it is a large aquarium with a mermaid inside. Then the announcer continues, "Even though we have searched the world and found countless rare items, we only found our first mermaid 30 years ago. And now the second one has appeared." Seeing this, Xiao is very shocked and he says, "What?" We see that among so many people, the mermaid looks only at the Xiao standing far away. In the next scene, we see Luo Xiao talking about the mermaid. She says, "Sometimes there are such items." The red-haired girl says, "Disgusting." Then Luo says, "She's a mermaid." Xiao, looking surprised, asks, "A mermaid?" Then Luo speaks again. The phenomenon of taking non-human features is called atavism. I believe you have also seen it already. During a fight, superior rune users will have their animal features appear. These animal features are like the runes. They're seen as part of King Yu's power. So some believe that the secret to King Yu's power can be found in those who have returned to their ancestors. After that, the red-haired girl says, "That's just an excuse. They must be after her beauty." Then we see that mermaid who had been staring only at Xiao from inside the aquarium. Xiao looks at her and asks Luo about it. Luo ran, "Zhang Yuyan didn't put restrictions on what I could buy, right?" Luo replies, "Yes." Then the red-haired girl, looking very shocked, says something to Xiao, "Qi Yu, you wouldn't..." She continues speaking to Xiao, "You're using Zhang Yuyan's money to buy a woman?" Xiao responds to her, "I just wanted to save her." Then the red-haired girl answers back, "Whatever, Zhang Yuyan would probably do the same if she were here anyway." After that, the announcer starts addressing everyone. "Alright, everyone. Next up is the bidding stage. For this beautiful mermaid lady, the starting price is 100 million. One by one, people begin placing bids. First, a girl places a bid and says 110 million. Then a boy places a bid and says 130 million. Then another man places a bid and says 180 million. Then a girl stands up angrily and says, "Qi family bidding representative, 1,078 million won." Another boy opposing her places a bid in favor of Xiao and Luo. It is not yet known how much the Xiao has bid. The red-haired girl, looking somewhere, says, "That room is Chu family, a bunch of lunatics." Then Xiao notices something on the tablet and says nervously, "After spending so much money, I'm a bit worried I will get scolded by Zhang Yuyan." The red-haired girl responds, "The mermaid is doomed to fail in the hands of the Qi family otherwise, so let's save her." Xiao looks at the bidding amount on the tablet. It's extremely high. He hesitates for a moment, wondering whether he should spend that much or not. Then he clicks the yes button. The announcer announces Xiao's bid, and upon hearing the amount, the other bidders become furious. The announcer starts counting, and after 3 counts, no one raises the bid further, so Xiao wins the auction and purchases the mermaid. Seeing this, Xiao feels very relieved, and Luo also looks happy. The red-haired girl says, "We can say that the mermaid has been saved." Just then, a huge explosion occurs, shocking all 3 of them. The people who survived the explosion started screaming for help. we see a massive bloodthirsty monster grab the announcer. Suddenly, a monster alert warning sounds, and the surviving people begin fleeing. The mermaid, watching all this, becomes extremely distressed. Xiao says to two of them, "Let's save the people first." Luo agrees with him and says yes. Then the three of them break the mirror in that place to escape and save the others. Luo and the red-haired girl can fly, but Xiao cannot, so he gets scared. The red-haired girl, laughing, says to him, "Are you afraid of heights?" Then she grabs Xiao's hand and brings him down safely. Next, we see the three of them facing the giant monster. Luo says to the other two, "I'll hold it back first. You go and save her." Then Xiao responds, "Yes, you should be careful too." Luo moves toward the monster to fight it. Xiao says something to the red-haired girl as well. "Let's go quickly." The red-haired girl replies, "Yes." Then the two of them go together to free the mermaid. Xiao approaches her and says, "Don't worry." The red-haired girl speaks, "Qiyu, stay away. I'm gonna smash this water tank open." Then using her sword, she shatters the aquarium. The red-haired girl says something to Xiao. She says, "You take her away first, I'll support Luo Ran." Xiao answers, "Got it." We see the monster attack the red-haired girl as well. She says something to Xiao. She says, "Go." Xiao has no choice but to run away with the mermaid. While Luo and the red-haired girl are fighting the monster, the red-haired girl says something. She says, "I can't cut it." Then the monster attacks them both brutally, sending them flying far away. Then the monster chases after Xiao. Xiao panics and shouts in fear. Ao says, "Qingqi, you cursed me." In the next scene, we see that monster attacks Xiao Qi. While being in Xiao's lap, the mermaid keeps dodging the attacks. Then he starts saying, "So, is there any way to get rid of it?" He jumps around so much that he finally sits in one place and sees the mermaid in a terrible state. He says, "I hope she didn't die." Then the mermaid takes a few breaths. Seeing her facial expression, Xiao gets confused. Then the mermaid starts crying, and Xiao shouts at her, "Stop crying." Xiao tries to say something. He says, "I didn't." But the mermaid keeps crying even louder. And because of this, she merges with Xiao. We see Xiao reaching a different place where the mermaid is standing in front of him. Xiao starts asking her, "Where is this place? Why are you here?" The mermaid is still crying and gets confused by Xiao's question. Then Xiao wipes her tears and asks her, "You can even touch me. Is this your ability? We need to get out and deal with the beast first." Then the mermaid stops crying and says, "I'll try." Then we see their merged form. The mermaid says to Xiao, "I'm back. So it really is my ability. Let's take care of the beast first. We're fused now, so we can only separate after defeating it." Then Xiao asks her, "Make sure you don't start crying again during the fight." Then using this ability, Xiao creates his sword, and when that monster moves forward to attack him, Xiao also moves forward to attack. Xiao attacks the monster's eye, but it has no effect, which surprises Xiao. So he stabs his sword into its eye, but again, the monster's eye remains unaffected, making Xiao frustrated as he says, "I can't stab it." Then the mermaid cries again, looking troubled and shy, and asks Xiao, after we merge, "Will we have a baby?" Xiao is surprised and nervously answers, "Wait, no, we didn't." Then the monster attacks both of them, causing them to get stuck to the wall. The mermaid, distressed, starts saying to Xiao, "Husband, are you okay?" Then Xiao gathers himself and gets out of the wall. Then Xiao focuses a little so he can talk to the mermaid as Xiao. The mermaid, extremely shy, calls Xiao husband, making him flustered as he says, "Just call me Qiyu." Then the mermaid gets very nervous and says, "Qiyu, I'm sorry, it's all my fault." Then we know about the mermaid's past, where she says, "Bringing misfortune to my parents." Then three people are saying very cruel things to her, a jinx, a useless crybaby. As those three start to leave, the little mermaid says to them, "That's not true, I never really." But they ignore her and walk away. The little mermaid cries and says, "Could it really be because of me? I'm sorry." We see someone hugging her from behind, and then she keeps crying and says, "If I didn't exist." Back in the present, the mermaid remembers all this and starts crying again. Then Xiao comes to her, wipes her tears once more, and says, "Why are you crying? It's not your fault, you're a victim too." Xiao starts comforting her lovingly so she stops crying, and he tells her, "All right, hurry up and send me back. This beast is easy to deal with." Then we see their transformed body, which leaps forward at high speed, attacking the monster and moving toward it. Then it enters the monster's mouth, which shocks the mermaid. Once again, her tears fall, and she says in surprise, "He got eaten."